The life in the minimum wage job is a stressful life. It is a life of never having enough to completely be able to reach sanity or a feeling of not being under stress.
I have a very busy life. I'm a full-time mom, I'm a full-time employee, I'm a part-time student, and I kind of handle things in order of their importance. But with all of those roles, everything's important.
When you're a parent or a mom or a dad, it's like you get to take care of yourself, but then if you're taking care of yourself, then somewhere the baby or the kid's missing out.
The Intergenerational Mobility Project came about as a logical outgrowth of work that we'd been doing for many years, helping low-income families.
Kids are a big deal, and kids really impact their parents' ability to move forward.
Parents will do so much for their kids that they can make such change because of desire to help their kids. And this is powerful. I call them the covalent bonds of familyhood. You know, they're bonded to each other to help each other. And the question is, can we harness this love for each other? Can we harness it to help each other attain the goals that we want to attain?
It's all about being able to plan for the future, to have a future, and to think about it so that the momentary crises are not the only thing that consume you.
The ability to be able to plan toward and execute toward future goals and achieve change that can alleviate the stress. That was the big thing that we had to start helping families have the tools and frameworks to begin practicing and to execute in their own lives.
Brain science started to tell us just in the last 10 years that executive function and self-regulation, these skills of focusing attention, planning, monitoring, delaying gratification, being able to solve problems, these are the kinds of skills you need to deal with adversity. So we said, well, how do those skills develop? And then we realized that they develop by coaching and teaching and by adults modeling for children.
We now work with all of our families in a coaching framework, and that coaching framework starts with a tool that we call the Bridge to Self-Sufficiency. The bridge is shaped around the theory that getting out of poverty requires us to be able to optimize at least 5 key areas of our lives: our family stability, our own physical and mental well-being and that of our dependents, our education, our money, and having a career that is in an area where you can support a family. To get out of poverty, you have to get all those things clicking. They have to all work. And what the brain science tells us is if they have to chase all over the place to figure out all of those things, it compounds the problems that they have getting ahead in any one of them. And so the bridge was created as a framework to be that navigational tool that says which one are the most important and what are the ramifications of getting ahead in one of those areas for your future.
Why? Okay. The Intergenerational Project, it's a fully integrated model that really focuses on changing the dynamics of the family as a whole and building the same skills in parents and in children.
It's the issues around how we manage resources of time and our family schedules and how we use our space and other resources that we have as a family, how we optimize the goals the children have set and the goals the parents have set.
The child and family mentor takes the self-assessment the family has done and the goal setting that they've done and takes that really as a basis of their work. And from that, the child and family mentor is able to work with the family on goal setting.
One of my goals was to integrate my son's responsibilities as well as my own responsibilities into one.
One goal was to read more to Javion. It started off to read to him and draw pictures, and then finally just straight out reading to him at bedtime. Now he's even more into reading when he goes to school, and I'm noticing it helps.
He wants more independence, especially with our morning routine. Our mornings were hectic, and he wanted to have less yelling, less reminders, so we created a goal, and he started to step up. In the mornings at my house are less chaotic.
The focus is not on bringing another expert into the home to do the work, but really on building the skills of the parents and the family to do the work on their own, so that they can be the coach and the mentor and the advocate for their kids.
I think it's 5.
I know Stephanie's my case manager, but I would love to be the case manager of my life one day.
There's nothing stopping me. There is no hurdle. There is no hurdle.
We have so many wonderful stories now of families that have made the full journey out of poverty and have gained the kind of skills that they need to flourish. It is the human condition for us to be constantly trying to optimize what are difficult circumstances. The difficulties vary from one family to another, and with low-income families, the difficulties are certainly much, much larger. But I think it's the common struggle to create that alignment and to create that positive forward movement for all of us.